Hello, and here we go. This is a true story, so keep that in mind. Um, this this is about the time I played behind some former members of the Temptations, and this one here, this story is specifically about Ollie Woodson. Okay, the first time I met him, and how we almost had a fist fight on stage. so this is the early 2000s, and so Damon Harris and his Temptation Review were supposed to be playing here at Andiamo's out here in Michigan. I don't know if it's Sterling Heights or somewhere. And I was asked by my cousin, who was the drummer and the leader of the band, and he did some of the promoting for the group and whatever. He had something to do with it. And he asked me to play keyboards. And so he knew I was a great Temptation fan and everything because Eddie Kendricks used to manage my brother's group, the Posse, back in the day. And so, we loved the Temptations. So I said, yeah, man, this is going to be great. Great. Ollie Woodson, had probably become my favorite vocalist, at that time. So anyway, we get to the first rehearsal. And so at the rehearsal, you got Damon Harris, who took Eddie Kendrick's place, great singer. This is the first time I met Damon. Willie Green, who sings bass with the Temptations right now, was singing bass. Ralph Mitchell of the Floaters was singing baritone and second tenor. And there was a guy named Perry there who could dance. That was his job, basically. And then singing lead was this real young guy who was younger than everybody else. You knew this guy didn't come up with the Temptations. He was one of these guys who sang through his whiny kind of guy. I don't like that. This isn't New Edition, okay? So I didn't want to hear that and wasn't, Boys to Men, and he just didn't have the right sound. So all during this rehearsal, I'm thinking like, man, this is going to be embarrassing. This guy is horrible for these songs, and the rest of the band members kind of felt it, and and we knew Damon probably knew too. And so I said, I'm calling all my people who I told to come down to Andiamos not to come. Because this is going to be embarrassing. We're going to get laughed off the stage. This guy was horrible. So anyway, fast forward, I think it's the next day, we're at the sound check at Andiamos earlier in the day. And just like in the movie, The Five Heartbeats or something, from the front or the back of the stage, the arena, whatever you want to call it, two big bodyguards come in, and walking between them is Ollie Woodson. Ollie Woodson, the Ollie Woodson. I'm like, oh my God, that's Ollie Woodson. So Ollie comes in, and everybody stops what they're doing. Ollie Woodson, Ollie Woodson. Oh my God, it's Ollie Woodson. Oh, so Ollie comes up to the stage, and unbeknownst to me, apparently someone had made a call to whoever the agency that represented Damon, and they must have told him they need to switch the lead singers or something. Now, the young guy who's going to sing is sitting here, okay? And Ollie comes up on the stage, obviously knowing he's going to sing. So everybody said, great. So let's say, we're setting up equipment and getting ready to run down some songs. So Ollie said, what y'all want to do? So somebody said, Losing You. So Ollie said, who know the words? I knew the words to every Temptation song, So he leans over close to me, and I whisper in his ear, the words. And he said, man, you sound good. You ought to be singing these songs. So now I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good now. So we do the sound check. We run the songs down. Ollie is killing these songs. I said, man, me go call my people because this is going to be one show tonight. Sure enough, we do the show. Ollie turns this place. He sang upside down. He just tore it up. We did like a 30-minute version of I Wish It Would Rain. And he just... he sung his face off. So now the plan was, after this show, we were going to do, I think, something in Arizona. And after Arizona, we're going to go over to Europe. So, great. This is great. So now we're in Arizona. Okay? We're in Arizona. And it's a little small arena. It may have been 5,000 people in there or something like that, And, Ollie's killing it. They're singing, I think, Ain't You Proud to Beg or something like that. So all the temps are dancing and Ollie's singing. Then at some point during the show, The song, Ollie stops singing. He turns around and he's looking in my direction. I'm behind him. Now, he's looking. And then I'm wondering, like, what is it? I'm enjoying the show and everything. Now, at this point, I have to explain something to you. We use what they call rental gear, backline gear or whatever. So that means it's not your equipment. The promoter provides this stuff. The keyboard had stopped. So I'm trying to signal to someone off stage to come help me. So Ollie's looking at me. And then he's not smiling. Then he's frowning. Then he's saying something. And I'm like, who? Somebody behind. Then it dawns on me, oh, he's mad at me. So he walks over close to me, and the Temps are still singing, people still dancing, the band playing. And he's like, and I'll clean it up as best I could. What are you doing? And I'm trying to tell him over all this noise, the keys ain't working. I can't do nothing about it. And so he goes on and he keeps on. I said, wait a minute. What did he just say to call me? So I told him, come closer. And let's just say, in so many words, I told him, look, man, I knew some real temptations. You ain't even a real temptation. So turn around and keep effing these songs up before I whip your ass. And I'll just say this. This is the early 2000s. Reverend Al Sharpton had not buried the N-word yet. So it probably was thrown about in this exchange somewhere. Ollie called me something. I called him something. He turned around. He went back. He finished the song, finished the show. It was over. Great. So now we're all packing up. So I told my cousin, the drummer, and leader of the band, I said, well, it's nice working with you guys, but I will not probably be going to Europe with you guys. I'm pretty sure about that. So he tells me, why would you say that? I say, well, didn't you just see me cuss out the lead singer on the stage a little while ago? He said, well, that ain't nothing. I said, what you mean that ain't nothing? He said, listen, Ollie done chased about 2 or 3 keyboard players away from here. He said, why do you think we brought you? It wasn't because you could play. We figured you'd be a bigger ass than he would when he acted an ass. I said, boy, y'all ain't right. And that's how I got the job to play behind them with Ollie Woodson. We went to Europe. Me and Ollie were cool. Matter of fact, there was sometimes me and Ollie would be I'd be the only person who would sit with him at breakfast as we talked about other people. So, so all I can say is those were some good times. And I'll say this, Ollie was the best singer I ever worked with. And his work ethic was just incredible. Energy, second to none. And I have to say, those were some good times, and I miss all of those guys. Richard Street, Damon Harris, Ollie Woodson. And I only worked with Dennis one time, but it was something I'll never forget. But I miss all those guys. So here's to all the Temptations who are not here anymore in Temptation Heaven. We love you guys and we miss you. And so that is a true story. Thank you.